Hello, and welcome back to Nature's Galaxy. I'm your host and talkative friend Luna. Thank you so much for stopping by and trusting me with your cards. I have shuffled the Tarot Muka deck, the tried and true on this platform. Not everything I say will resonate with you, but based off of faith, we'll go from here. So starting off, we have the Queen of Cups. So you could feel a little bit more emotional. You could feel a little bit more tired. You could even feel creative at this time. There could be certain transitions that are happening in your life that are tapping you into your fourth house, your eighth house, and or your 12th house. Aside from that, you could be dealing with water signs at this time or different watery aspects of people. So underneath the Queen of Cups, we have the Five of Swords. There have been deliberate acts from you and or other people. It could be a variety of both, where certain things have been said, certain conflicts have been talked about, misunderstandings have been present. But with the Two of Wands, it is your decision at this point in time, with Pluto retrograde in your sign, to direct the traffic. If you want the conflict to continue, there are a few things that have contributed to this. One of them, you are still displacing some of the emotions that are being placed upon you. For some of you, this could be frustration with where you are at now, with that being in combination to what is happening with the world around you. The Two of Wands still gives you a choice. It's saying that the world is your oyster. Did I say that right? I think I said it weird. The world is in the palm of your hands, if it goes anywhere around the nursery rhyme here. So it is about tapping back in to figure out a way around change. Above you and right next to the Queen of Cups is the Ten of Pentacles. So there are certain collaborations, there are certain community members, there are certain things happening in policy, law, and or in the family legacy that are taking up a good bit of your needed time and protection. What do I mean by this? There is a lot of protection here. We have two twos here, we have two tens. So in terms of your intuition and the completion of certain things around you, I think that's primarily up to you and the course that you're living in this life. It may sound vague. I don't mean for it to sound vague, but with the Ten of Pentacles, I always feel like there's a certain sense of privacy. So there's certain things that are changing with how you also perceive wealth, how you're reading into wealth, how you're reading into your investments, how you're reading into your education, how you're reading into the situations at large when it also comes down to family. Family could be in a situation that is not so favorable at this time. I do feel like if there are certain things that are happening outside of your control, the best thing you can do is to plan for any type of plan B, C, D, and all the way through the alphabet. I also feel like this could be a foreign thing as well. And if it isn't some sort of foreign policy, there's certain things that you have to learn about the regions of where certain things are going on at this time. The Five of Swords, I do feel like if there are some conflicts within your spirit, if there are some conflicts within how you are anxious towards your own craft, it is a little bit of time for you to get over yourself in the sweetest way possible. I think I said in one of the other readings recently, I've just definitely been doing the same. I have been getting over myself, and it is so nice, so freeing. I don't think we always, and by we, I mean as people, because there's definitely times, especially with this Queen of Cups energy here, that's showcasing where grudges can really hold you up and or not communicating certain triggers or traumas that really do stagnate you in certain parts of your life. Outside of that, when it comes down again to the Five of Swords, what I did mention in terms of Saturn being in Aries at this time, I think I said this in the Pisces reading, it's about advocation. Who is advocating for you? Who is advocating for your community? Are you truly advocating for your people? Have you needed a break, and have you been turning the swords against yourself and others because you've needed this break? Maybe that's triggering to you a little bit. In another sense, I know I've been switching up the word. Instead of telling my friends, hey, I think you need to rest, I have instead been switching it over to, have you been able to lounge recently? That definitely gives a positive connotation from, oh, you need to rest. Oh, you need to rest. Because even though the word doesn't feel so gentrified like other words have slowly turned into, I think it's become almost like a trigger in terms of different ways of classism and how certain ways are clashing at this time for some of you. So even if you feel like you have more than most, so on and so forth, if you're not truly resonating with the term of rest, try to switch it up to, have you been able to lounge recently? Have you been able to truly take it easy? Not saying that the burdens outside of this haven't been difficult and that you're already sensing massive change. We have the 10 of Swords here right next to the 2 of Cups. Before I get into this, I want to talk about the Page of Wands. In certain situations and in certain circumstances in your life right now, you feel like other people want you to feel small. This could be going on. This could have already happened. But what I like about the Page of Wands in particularly is that it's honest. This character is honest. Your inner power, your inner voice is very honest. It's not trying to lie to you to any capacity. It can trick you, but it's not trying to lie to you. Does that make sense? So with the Page of Wands, you've been given certain private avenues to recreate your self-esteem, recreate money, recreate your creativity, recreate how you talk to yourself, recreate your body, recreate your mental, everything in between. Hello, Pluto. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Can feel like a son of a gun, can feel like a bitch, but here we are. So the 2 of Cups, there are these new connections for some of you that you're finally tapping into. For others of you, this could be friendship, this could be connections that you're having with different people. Right next to the 10 of Swords, thankfully, it is comforted by the 10 of Wands. So there could be grief going on around you. You could be experiencing grief. Partners of yours could be experiencing grief. There could be friendships that are experiencing grief. The hardships of what it is to lose yourself along the way within the realm of becoming an adult. You know, this part in life sucks. But as an adult, you're not as cushioned. And so whether you feel this way, you see yourself observing this within other people, it hits home pretty deeply. So whether you're in the 10 of Swords, have been in the 10 of Swords, but the 10 of Swords in this particular deck, it's deliberate. And I always try to tell that to people. I know, especially in the past when I was really doing the podcasts every month. The 10 of Swords, as you can see now, is very deliberate. So you against yourself, someone against you, this person against this person is pretty rough. For some of you, this could also still deal with money because of how there are 2 10s here. How your money is being spent, where your money is going. How do you feel financially abused? How you feel financially betrayed? How this comes into... Oh, wait, I totally forgot. There's a 10 of Wands right here. Forgive me. I'd be like so locked in sometimes. Hope you understand. The 10 of Wands right here. Okay, so going into Leo seasoned. Are you seasoning? Okay, I'm just could be using a lot of seasoning coming up. You know, this could also be in health wise, and this is you as an Aquarius again. So normally when I pull out these cards, it's certain things are pretty intense for the time being. It looks so lovely though. Don't you agree? Hold on, let me put on the light. Might create a interesting shadow though. Oh well. Okay. So the Two of Cups, how your inner magnet has attracted love, and or the reflection that you have seen from other people. Not to say that you're consistently passing blame, because again, it's one of those adult things where it's like, now you have to find the answers, now you have to fix this. It's going to be a lot of hard work. I think some of you are ready to put in the labor, however that truly reads for you. This could be financial labor, this could be showing up for family, this could be showing up for your friends. For others of you, it's actually the reverse. You've showed up for people enough to where it's become a deliberate act of cutting you down to size. But now Pluto is retrograde and the tables slowly turn with that Page of Wands right here. You don't have to have this evil, like this true evilness within you. You don't have to have that, right? For obvious reasons. I don't know what to say to that. Some of you may have, and consistently at this time, may be trying to talk your way back into feeling like shit, talking like shit, different things like that. I'm not really sure. I probably won't harp on that too much longer, but it does look like some people may call you out and be like, hey, you need to go to therapy. Hey, you need to really fix this. Something like that. I'm not really sure. I also think that's very situational. So that obviously isn't going to resonate for everybody, but if it hits the light within you, if it hits the fire within you, your solar plex, potentially talking to you. Okay, moving on. So for some of you, these cycles are over. These cycles of feeling used, these cycles, I mean, not to say that you're still not going through some parts of the trenches, but I think the transition from the Ten of Swords to the Ten of Wands is a better one. So you can truly get to the Ten of Pentacles. Depending on the area you're in as well, there's going to be a lot of energy that's called upon you. If you go really hard in Leo season, I think you also need to remind people that you're still a human. There's something intuitive that I'm picking up on regarding that, because it's like, then people might abuse you by thinking that you're always going to be strong, that you're always going to be on 100. And that's not the case. Sometimes you'll be on 30 and that's your 100. That's your 100 right there. So be a little careful going a little bit too hard. Not to say like, if it doesn't call for you to like really do this or do that. And also, I think I mentioned this in another reading, but you could either be planning this now or in the future, but you do need to plan for a certain vacation. The Two of Wands is even a small vacation. Some people have even been talking to you being like, I think you should go on vacation. You work really hard. You do a lot. You know, I understand like you work all the time, XYZ, 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 but you need to travel. But I think what's going on here is the anxiety between, do you want to travel or do you want to move? So I saw 13 on the timer, then 14 on the timer. So there's something significant there, especially in terms of transformation and internal change. All right. Anything else that I need to discuss with you at this time? I think I'm going to pull from this mantra. Okay. So I get paid to exist. I think that's still growing within you, but it'll come. It'll come. It'll come. It'll come. I forgot what movie that's from. Um, Doors for success open for me before I even ask. So, feeling like there are some interferences within thought, within what you're also trying to do. Doors for success open for me before I even ask. You can't be open about this with everyone. They should not know your whole process. There's certain things that you need to keep quiet. Again, I am the example of getting everyone I want. So definitely a new transition in how you partake in community, what community is to you, how it looks like for you, and how to open up these borders around expansion again long term. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much for stopping by. You can find my information down below. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a great morning, noon, evening, or night, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.